guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Casey and this is Kenobi, my service dog in training. And, well, he was going to lay down for a bit, but we'll see. Good boy. Hey Elsa, you want to come say hi? Good girl. And this is Elsa, my service dog, and she says no, she's going to go lay down over there. So, week 2, if you guys missed week 1, link will be in the description. Go ahead and watch that one first, or in the cards up there for a quick click. But this is kind of my weekly journal, I guess, video journal, I don't know, of Kenobi's training. Hope you guys who don't have service dogs or don't plan on getting them, don't need them, whatever, find this educational and entertaining. If you want to learn more about service dogs, I'm always up to answer questions in the comments below. And for those that are training their own service dogs, hopefully this is helpful for you in a way, kind of seeing how I do it. Kenobi is my 3rd service dog I have trained, so I kind of know what I'm doing. Probably not as much knowledge as, say, an organization that trains hundreds and hundreds of dogs, but I think I know what I'm doing at this point, so we will see. Of course, I'm always learning. I don't claim to know everything, and no dog trainer should. Are you gonna lay down, buddy? Come here. This is why the sheet's a little different this week, because they've decided they like to play in it. So, just as I did the first week, I'm going to kind of read off of Kenobi's training journal. More info on this in a different video series, so that will also be linked if you're interested in seeing exactly what's written in here, how I write it out. But I haven't actually edited week 1 yet, so that's going to be done tomorrow. So I'm kind of following the same format, and you guys let me know if it works. I'm going to find out if I like it once I sit down and edit everything. Elsa's playing in the background. Hopefully that's not too much noise. Elsa, lay down. Down. Thank you. So, week 2, buddy. So, let me just find my page here. Now, for the most part, we really haven't started any service dog specific training. He has been very much doing all the puppy stuff, and that's what all service dogs, they all have to do the basic stuff first. You don't just jump right into public access or, you know, the fun service dog stuff. You have to do all the basic stuff, like potty training, which we didn't do very well this week, to be honest. I've been a little distracted trying to get orders done. I really didn't do anything the first week with my business, and I was trying to play catch up, and I paid for it and ended up having a lot of accidents this week, so that's not that fun. But I think I've kind of figured it out by the end of the week on how I want to do that. Stop. I know, she's teasing you with a toy. I know. But can you sit? Hey, come here. Sit. Yeah, get it. Good boy. Good boy. Alright, well, I guess you guys can play over there. Anyway, week 2. So, Monday. Good morning, guys. It is... I don't have a clock in here. Like... I'm gonna guess 7. I should be able to check on my phone. Nope, can't do that. Elsa's being a dork over there. And Kenobi sitting in the crate. He's whining a little bit. I want to show you real quick something that I don't know if I'm going to do a tutorial on. Hopefully if I remember, I'll put it in the crate training video that I'm going to make. But just like little things that I do that don't make it into videos or really have a place in like a training lesson. Oh my gosh, he's being a dork. But so Kenobi's in his crate right now. He went to the bathroom 4 a.m. this morning. And so I'm gonna go ahead and take him out, let him out again. And then we're gonna start our day. This is gonna be our first full week. This is the second week with Kenobi. First full week. It is Monday. And I am here all by myself with Kenobi. Alright. So here he is. He's sitting in Elsa's crate. And he does pretty well in the crate. A little bit of whining. Just a little bit. I did jinx myself last night. I entered a tournament. And I said, he hasn't had an accident, so my husband can watch him. It'll be fine. And he literally, like, 10 minutes later has an accident in the living room. Like, great. But yeah, anyway, so something I do is to make sure you're being patient. And he's picked up on this so fast. Okay. Good boy. Good boy. And as he gets older, I will ask for more of a weight. But right now, I am just looking for any inkling he has to have some patience, because he is only, well, he is 10 weeks old today. You are 10 weeks old, buddy. 10 weeks old. So, yes, I know you want to get up on the bed, but I think we need to go outside for a little potty, just in case. Just in case. So, him and Elsa have been doing decent. She's being a bit of a grump. He wants to play with her so bad. But as you see, like, they're here and they're not, like, eating each other. So, that's good. We'll get him some puppy friends soon. Oh, dang, it's cold. It's cold. Hi, buddy. He's been really good about doing these stairs. She just wants to play with sticks. He just wants to play with her. It's kind of sad, but I'm hoping they'll figure it out sooner or later. All right, we need to go potty. See? When he gets too jumpy on her, she'll growl at him. But we'll get him some puppy friends. He's gonna start classes. Better go now. Good boy. Good boy. So as you can see, I'm not like telling him the word. Of course, Elsa heard it, so she's like, okay, I'll go. Because she knows the command. He's learning it. We'll probably make it halfway through this week, I think. And then I'll start saying it before. Of course, my husband was in charge of him last night, and I heard him constantly say, here, go now, go potty, go. Like, I was fine, he was saying go potty. And I was fine with that, because that's not actually the word I want him to go on. So that was fine. Then I heard him say better go. I'm like, dude. And then he came and he's like, oh, he didn't go. I'm like, you're ruining my training, dude. But what eventually happens with that It takes a little bit longer, but what eventually happens with that is they just learn not to listen to the people that repeat the same thing over and over again. And they just listen to you. So, because I had that with Elsa with my mom. She kind of did the same thing. What are you doing? Oh my gosh. So he's actually been really good. He hasn't like, chewed anything up. He has a habit of walking directly in front of me. So we gotta work on that. But yeah, I think what we're gonna do this morning, because I actually have to get some work done today. I have not worked all last week. I was trying to get our routine in, and I'm not sure if I succeeded in that. I think. I think I'm gonna have to take Elsa for a walk. And then I'll probably give him breakfast in his kennel. So, oops. So stop licking, stop licking. He has some little, he got little scratches on his belly. He has 3, one on each side of his inner thigh and one next to his little wiener. And he keeps licking them, and so they're not healing very well. So, stop. I know you need to clean up, but don't do it a lot. Yeah. So that's what he's been doing. Come on, Kenobi. He really wants to get her to play. And there you go. Good job. Get that toy. Get that toy. I'm hoping soon. Elsa is she's a grump. I don't know how else to put it. She doesn't like puppies, even though she was just as bad with jumping up all over adult dogs and everything. You put the foam on. Whoop. Ow. So, yeah. She's just a grump with puppies. I'm not sure why. I've heard from other Border Collie owners that that's just kind of their adult breed, is they're just kind of grumps. I don't know. Anyway, hopefully he won't be like that when he grows up. So I'm just going to put his food together real quick, and I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, kind of try to ignore that. I need to do dishes today. Like I said, puppy takes a lot of, don't chew on that. Ucky, thank you. Puppy life takes a lot of energy. So I have this little bin, and what I did is I put his daily food allowance in here, and then I will portion him out. Right now he's on 2 cups, so I think I need to up soon. But I'm doing lots of little meals, and I'm taking all his training treats out of there, doing lots of little training lessons with it, because if I put it down, he's not eating all of it right away. So, and then sometimes it ends up on the ground because he flips the bowl. That's why I went to this bowl. It's hard for them to flip. And then if he flips it, then she eats it, and then he doesn't get it. So, doing lots of little meals, trying to get him to get the whole thing. Finally, last night I did a lot of training lessons. I did like 3 training lessons. Come on, bud. And he did finally eat the entire meal. And I did expect him like the first day not to eat everything, just because new place and all that. So I'm gonna get my, hold on. Good boy. But I think he's finally gotten into the routine now. So I'm gonna grab my socks. Because as soon as he goes in, I want to grab her, and we're going to go on a little adult walk. And then when we get back, he can have a little baby walk. We'll do that again. Okay, coming back from our walk. Now, last time I did this, So I don't want to let him out while he's winding up a storm, but sounds like he's being a good boy and he finished all his food. Oh, no, there we go. Good. I'm just looking because I know he's young. I'm gonna open it, but I'm gonna hold it with my foot. So I don't need to wait for long periods of silence because he's so young. Actually, you can see when I move. Okay. Good job. So you saw a little bit of avoidance there with the gate. I think he was trying to pick that up as... Ugh. Come here. Whoops. Come here. That's what he needed. Oh my goodness. To get out. But that's not what I want. I want him to be very comfortable and confident. And I don't care if he looks at the door. Okay, bud. I think I need 2 hands for him. Okay, as soon as I put the camera down, he's like, okay, I'll stay still. All right, you want to go for a little walk? Elsa's like, yes, let's go again. Is that a phone? All right, we're going to go for a little walk. I don't think I'll be able to film, but I'm going to do the same thing that my husband did. Except I won't hurt my husband, so we'll see how this works. Maybe later, next time I'll crack out the GoPro, but that's not even charged right now, so let's go for a little walk. So, doing still a lot of luring. You know, he's a puppy. He's only 10 weeks old this week, so still lots of luring, lots of positive reinforcement, building great foundations, working on positions, stuff like that. He did a shuffle mat, so that was kind of fun. I brought out the shuffle mat. If you guys watched my puppy haul video, the shuffle mat was in there. That's the one that I use, and if I have a clip, I'll drop it in. So I've been using that a lot, so that's great. Kind of gets his brain working, builds some food motivation. Now, Monday was the first day that Elsa wanted to play with Kenobi. Now, Elsa's a little bit of a grump. She doesn't really like puppies. I knew that going into it, so I wanted to make sure that they had plenty of time to adjust to each other. But I knew that once Elsa warms up to a dog, she's fine. She's just unfortunately had a lot of bad experiences, and she just doesn't like puppies jumping all over her. So she was kind of a total grump the first week, but on Monday she decided she wanted to play. I'll go ahead and roll the clip. She totally wanted to play with him, and he's been wanting to play with her, but she's kind of, like I said, being grump. And so when she decided to go into full-on play mode, it kind of scared the poop out of him. And he did not touch her, or she did not touch him at all. Like, I might slow down the clip so you can see. I mean, there's a good couple feet in there, but she really scared him because he was not expecting it. So what I did after that, like, you know, I just, you know, reassured him that he's okay. I don't think I filmed any of that. I might have. Hi, baby. But pretty much he was kind of like scared. He's like, I don't know about this dog. Like, she's confusing, and honestly, like, I don't blame him because she's been saying leave me alone the entire week when he wants to play, and then all of a sudden she's like, okay, let's go, and he's like, heck no, like, what are you doing? Okay, so we're just playing some fetch in the house with Elsa, and Kenobi was sitting in my lap for a long time. Now he's back there, but he's a lot more playful. He was kind of shut down because Elsa scared the crap out of him. So good boy. He's still kind of hesitant, right? He doesn't know. He's very confused, I'm sure, as I would think most dogs would be, because Elsa's being a turd about it. But we are getting back to playing, and This is when Kenobi was trying to get her to play by barking at her. And so I think that's how we're gonna get that. But they're also probably getting kind of tired, so we're probably gonna take a little bit of a break and then give them the opportunity to play. But now they're like totally relaxed. I mean, she's relaxed now. She has decided that the puppy's fine. You know, she was a grumpy pants. She was, you know, don't get near me, don't touch my stick, don't do this, don't do that. She was being like a total grumpy. I guess setting boundaries, if you want to give her credit. But she was being grumpy. And so the puppy was just being a puppy and, you know, trying to jump on her, and she was saying, no, knock it off and everything. And then she just decided, okay, let's play. And it scared the crap out of him because he doesn't know what to do with that. So he was kind of shut down for a little bit, and I let him sit in my lap and watch her because he was not sure about her at all. And I just kind of threw the ball for Elsa, so that he can see that, yeah, she like jumps around and stuff, and it doesn't mean that she's going to go after him, because she's been very like, when he comes up to her, she's been very like still, and then if he gets super close to her or tries to be like puppy crazy, like jump on her and stuff, she like growls or like at him, saying knock it off. You know, like I said, being a total grump. She does not like puppies, so I kind of expected that. But I did not expect her to make the first move and scare the crap out of him. Though how it's been going, it makes sense. So now they're both happy-go-lucky. He's all loosened up, and they're playing like right next to each other again. So we're good. We're all good. All good. Alright, so that's that update. So, but he bounced back really quickly. They've been exchanging play bows, and then on Thursday? Was it Thursday? It was a couple days. They finally went into full-on play mode, and they've been playing ever since. Like, they've been crazy. I've actually kind of had to control them a little bit. Because Elsa is 8 years old, I definitely can tell she is getting sore, so I'm having to slow them down. But I always thought I was gonna need to slow the puppy down, because the puppy was gonna want to play more than she does. No, the puppy, Kenobi wants to go to sleep half the time, and Elsa goes over there and whacks him with her paw and says, "Hey, come on, let's play." So it's kind of funny how that is, and because she was a total grump in the beginning. But, you know, I know my dog. I know if she gets space, she sees over a period of time that this dog's not going to hurt her, then she's totally fine. She's super playful and everything. So anyway, so that was Monday. We also did a little mini walk. I don't know if I recorded this. I've trying to record more, but I'm not recording all of them. But if I do record, I will throw them in as I'm talking. So we did a little mini walk. Again, he doesn't have all his vaccinations yet, so we're staying on the street, we're staying away from grass, we're staying away from high trafficked dog areas, but I want to get him out, especially because he's shown he has a little fear of cars, which I'm happy to report is pretty much gone, except for some really loud cars he still does not like. So we gotta keep working on that, but I wanted to get him out and get him around other cars, and start, you know, working on that, because that was definitely something he was really spooked about. So yeah, so that was Monday. Tuesday we had a little training with the nail Dremel. Okay, so this is... Good morning, guys. It is Tuesday, and I'm just about to go hop in the shower, but I wanted to do one thing, because I noticed somebody's nails are getting a little long, and I usually do toenails on Tuesday for Toenail Tuesday. So for me, I use a Dremel. Now I believe the breeder used just the normal clippers for the dogs, or the pups. So that's probably what he's used to. I don't really have a good pair of those because you got to keep those like super sharp or they just split the nails. So I like the Dremel, and it's also a lot harder to get the quick. So what I'm going to do is I have Elsa's food here because what I do with my dogs, and so eventually he will get to this point where we do nails and then you get breakfast. So it's kind of like you always get rewarded for it. For him, I'm going to, first I'm going to do Elsa's. So he's going to hear the sound so I can see his reaction. And then I'm going to try to see if I could get maybe 1 or 2 toenails. We'll see. He's really squirmy, so I don't know how far I'm going to get. And then I'm going to throw the rest of his breakfast, because this is his breakfast. The rest of it, whatever I don't use for the training session, I'll throw it in the crate or the X-Pin with either the shuffle mat, which I used yesterday a couple times, or we might crack out the slow feeder bowl. I might do a slow feeder bowl. Might go back and forth. That way I can take a shower. Because it's time to take a shower. Anyway, so he's going to go into the X-Pin. Come on, baby. Let's get some treats. Good boy. Come on, buddy. Good job. Go in. Good boy. Good going. Good job. So he's distracted. And it touching him when it's off, especially if you could get down to his paws because we want him to be okay with that. Good boy. So that's all we're going to do today, and probably tomorrow we will try to get a little further because your nails are growing, buddy. We started doing a little bit of training, so I trimmed Elsa's nails and he heard it. He was not bothered by it at all. I'm sure I have clips of that, so I'll throw those in, let them play. So he was just, you know, a good distance away, so he didn't feel like it was right there and I'm turning it on. My nail Dremel is pretty dang quiet. So I turned it on, I was trimming Elsa's nails. Elsa doesn't really care. So he got to see that and he totally seemed fine. And then I did a little bit of training with him. Right next to it, turning it on and off and kind of petting him with it. He was a little unsure when I was petting him with it, but he was kind of like, oh, you know, he was just puppy, like, oh, why are you touching me with that? Like, that's weird. And he wanted to chew on, like, the sandpaper thing. And I didn't let him chew on it because that's not good. But I let him sniff it. I didn't want any negative association with that. So that was really good. We also did the first day on Tuesday with a slow feeder. I think I put a little too much food in it. I think he kind of filled up, and he also didn't, I think he kind of tired himself out with the slow feeder, but that was good. It took him a lot longer to eat his food, which was nice. A little bit, again, building some food motivation there. Also did a little intro to brushing. Again, worked on sits, down, stands. Got a little bored on this session, so I need to keep it short for sure. But we practice being okay with, they're trying to play right now, brushing, because that is something I'm going to use a lot of the AKC tests like CGC and Star Puppy as kind of milestones. So the first one he's going to do is the virtual puppy one, which has the brushing in it. So make sure that he's okay with brushing, even though he's not a super long coat. He not going to require a lot of like detangling, but Belgian Malinois shed a ton, so he's still going to have a lot of brushing. And even though he still has a puppy coat right now, I just had this like a bristle brush. I think it's actually a cat brush or something that I have in my arsenal that I used to start him brushing. So he was really good with that. Didn't really seem to bother him at all. Again, making a positive experience. Wednesday, we really focused on kind of introducing like a dress word for him to put his coat on. It was definitely a little cold on Wednesday here. We had kind of a warm streak, but we're going to go back into more of a winter next week. So we practiced putting on the coat, and he is pretty good about putting that on. Now, no hesitation at all. He doesn't seem to be too worried about wearing it. Every now and then, when I first put it on, he did try to kind of like bite out a little bit. Of course, just redirect, and he seems to be fine with it, so that's good. Definitely probably will not be leaving anything on him unsupervised, because he probably will just sit down and chew it. So, starting slow, and but when he's outside running around, he doesn't seem to mind it at all, so that's good. Oh, we had an exciting day on Wednesday. We had a stray cat, come into our house. Again, like I said, it was cold, so we worked our way into the house, and so he got to see a cat, and he ran around the house, and I had to put Elsa away, because she definitely does not understand cats. They move very differently. She's generally okay with cats that are like okay with dogs. Like she just stares at it, which is rude, but she's a border collie, and that's kind of natural for her. So I've never had a cat, and I've pet sit a couple cats, but anyway, so Elsa decided that she did not like this cat, and of course this cat ran from her, which just heightened the chase drive there, the prey drive, and jumped up on the curtain seal, and I think Kenobi was just chasing Elsa because Elsa was running. Because Kenobi didn't seem to care. I put Elsa in the back room, put Kenobi in the X-Pen, and I think I have some footage of this. Because I didn't want to throw them both into the back room, because Elsa was definitely frustrated that she couldn't get to the cat. I probably should have pulled her out and did training with her. I opened up the front door, and I tried to get him to go outside, and I just figured, oh, I'm going to pressure him a little bit, because he did not want to move. Just pressure him a little bit by having Kenobi out, grab some treats, walk him over to the cat, and on the opposite side of the door. So, obviously, cat probably doesn't like dogs. Gonna see me and Kenobi, and decide to go the other way because it feels uncomfortable, and just go out the door. He was not interested in that at all, and he just sat there. But Kenobi kind of got a good little training lesson, introduced to cats. The cat really didn't move that much, so I don't think he's really understand what I was training him, but maybe it'll come up later, we'll see. But I just sat there, worked on him focusing on me, a couple sits down with some good treats. So he is very food motivated for sure. As soon as you bring treats out, like everything else disappears, which is going to be awesome for training. So we also did, what else did we do Wednesday? Because of the excitement with the cat, he did learn or discover that he can jump out of the X-Pen, which, yay! I had a little bit longer with Elsa before she figured that out, but I guess they were about the same size. And I have about the same tall X-Pen, so yeah, so he discovered that he can jump out of the X-Pen, which is great. Not. So later on I did a couple some training. I think I filmed it, I'm pretty sure. But basically what I do with that, I did the same thing I did with Elsa, which is when he jumps out, say nothing, no negative reinforcement, no positive reinforcement, like nothing, like totally dead, like this is the most boring thing in the world. Pick him up, put him back in the X-Pen. And eventually, 1, they get tired, and 2, they figure out they get nothing for it. So, and then when he relaxes in there, then I go in, I'll say hi to him, I'll throw a treat in, or I'll take him out. So he eventually decides, or discovers that, yes, I can jump out of the gate, right? But it doesn't do anything for me. Because I just end up right back there, I don't gain anything from it, and he just learns to wait. So that's something that I did with Elsa, and it worked very well. He definitely has a little bit more of a stubborn streak in him. I think Elsa, I only put her back in the X-Pen maybe 3 or 4 times at a time, like through some training sessions. I'll roll the video right now of how many times I put him back in, because I'm pretty sure I did film it in like within a 10-15 minute section. That's not a toy. Not a toy. Not a toy. Go get a toy. Come on. Go get a toy. Over there. On how many times I did it for him. And I was about to give up and I'm like, okay, he jumps out one more time, I'm just going to pick him up and put him in the crate. And he can cry his little head out over there. Because it was just over again. And also it was kind of like starting to be like a repetitive, because I was kind of plopping him on the ground a little bit, and it was kind of getting repetitive, and I didn't want, that's not very good for growing bones. So having to do it that many times I started to wonder, like, yeah, maybe next time he jumps out, he's going in the kennel, like, and he can cry his little head out there. Once he's quiet in there, I'll put him back in the X-Pen. He does it again, he goes back in the kennel. So a little bit more of a change of pace. But I also didn't want to do that because I'm trying to make the kennel a more positive experience, and using it like that is more using it as a punishment, for lack of a better word. Yeah, it's a negative reinforcer essentially. So I wouldn't want to do that, but I also don't want to do a repetitive motion that's going to injure his growing bones. So all the hard decisions you have to make is when you're training a puppy. I'm trying to be real in this video series to show you, hey, I ain't perfect. I'm doing my best. We're all human, and hopefully this helps you out. So maybe you can learn from me, learn from my mistakes, even though I try not to make them as much as I can. I don't know where I was going with that. I digress. Anyway, so we also did some outside walk training in the backyard. So I put his leash on. We did some Let's Go training. And again, I think I did film that, so I'll run that right now. But yeah, super basic, like, he hasn't pulled on leash because I picked him up and he had never been on a leash. So I've been very diligent in never letting him pull on the leash. At least to a degree that's, acceptable with a puppy. I would say, yes, he has pulled for some split seconds, because he's just a puppy kind of all over the place. But especially now, I'm starting to really, like, get on it. But for the most part, he really doesn't pull. He does not pull at all. So we did some training in the backyard to kind of just reinforce that. Say, hey, yeah, this is what we want you to do. Give him some treats. Again, building a great foundation. Alright, so moving on. Thursday, like I said, Kenobi and Elsa's finally were playing. They went into full play mode. It was hilarious. They've had a great time ever since. And we also did a little walk training with Elsa and Sam. So my husband walked Elsa so that I can really focus on him. Went down the front yard. Again, concrete. Easy stuff. He did very good. He was great with all of the cars, so he really wasn't paying attention to the cars. There was one that was pretty loud that definitely kind of like threw him off a little bit, but he got right back on track really quick, so that's awesome. Then we got Friday. Again, we did a little training session in the front yard. Don't think I really left the front yard for that one, but just did some luring, let him look around a little bit, kind of experience the cars going by again, kind of soliciting or setting in stone that the fact that cars are fine, they're loud, they're noisy, but we don't need to be scared of them. Of course, a healthy fear of cars is not bad, don't want running in front of them. But, trying to get to a neutral state, which, is always a good goal or baseline, is to get your dog to neutral. So, yeah, so we did a little bit of that, some sit down, let's go. Again, some of the walk training in the front yard, so a little bit more distraction there. Also really sat down and did some crate training on Friday. So I believe I do have video of that, and I might also just play a clip here and have a full video in another video for you guys. But this is just really trying to get the word actually for him to go in. Like I said, I'll play the full video and I want to explain it. I want to say explain all that, so if you want to learn more about that, go ahead and watch that video. And Friday was the day that I was really trying to get stuff done, and he pottied in the house 3 times that day. So that was pretty much all my fault. All times that he was not paying attention to him. One of them, actually, he was playing with a toy up here in the sunroom. He ran off, and I'm thinking, oh, like, you know, puppy ran off, gotta go get him, drag him back. Call him back. He's responding really well to his name. Call him back, rewarded him for coming back. Ended up closing the door so he couldn't get out. And then pretty much almost immediately, he peed up here. And of course I corrected him like, no, picked him up, walked him downstairs, and realized the toy he was playing with when he ran off was literally laying right at the back door. So he went all the way downstairs to the back door, and because he knew he needed to go out, and I totally corrected that, and that was totally my fault. So the joys of puppy training, for sure. It's been so long since I've done that. Like I said, Elsa's 8. She's the last dog. I've actually 24/7 worked on potty training. So, like, I help people all the time with it, but to do it 24/7 is exhausting. And like I said, I was really trying to get work done. And I was distracted, and I paid for it. So, I had a lot of accidents to clean up. Saturday, he also, again, pottied inside on Saturday. Like I said, lots of accidents this week. We did another training session doing some color grab exercises. So, again, did some sits down. First time I actually did it without doing a lure. I've kind of gone back to luring a little bit, so I need to start mixing it up. So I can actually start teaching him the actual command word and he's not stuck on a lure. But again, he's a puppy. He's 10 weeks old. So lots of luring is great for him to really build that food motivation, build that, you know, muscle memory almost, and engagement. So kind of going back and forth on that. But that was the first time he actually kind of understood it enough that he sat without having that food lure right in his face. So that was great. And I'm hoping I filmed that, and I will put that in there. But again, like I said, I did collar grab exercise. That's a great exercise to do. Basically, make sure that your dog's not scared if you go grab his collar. It's totally normal. It usually means you're going to get a treat. That way, if anything happens, you need to grab your dog. It's, you know, it's not a negative thing. Because a lot of times people will do the collar grab because their puppy grabs something they don't want them to have. And they'll go grab their puppy and then take it away from the thing they got. They take it away from them, like, no, bad puppy. Or if, you know, they had a potty accident and they'll grab the collar. So it's really just setting some stuff in stone that that's not a negative thing. It's a good thing. You know, it just means I need you, right? So, again, just positive reinforcement, basic building stone stuff, puppy training. And then we also did another little quick walk training, very good. This one especially had a super loud car that ran by us, and he pretty much completely shut down at that. We did work through it. He did kind of bounce back, but it was a very, very loud car, and he revved it like literally right next to us. So that was unfortunate that happened. So, but he's still pretty good with other cars, just the really loud ones. He's like, oh wow, that one's really loud. So anyway, Sunday we did a first like full walk. So we've been only going like I don't know, 2 houses down and back, so really, really short. And Sunday We actually did like a full, like an actual like 15, 25 minutes. I put 25 minutes on here. It was probably more 15. I should change that. Walk, and he was great with all the cars. This was with my husband and Elsa, so borrow confidence, and he did great. Again, all on concrete, not high traffic areas for other dogs, so that, you know, he's not fully vaccinated, but he got out there and he did fantastic walking, kind of checking out all the cars. We passed by a couple people, I think like one person. So he did great until we came to barking dogs. He's really thrown off right now about barking dogs, so that is something that we are going to have to work on. But he pretty much totally shut down. I mean, don't blame him. This dog even spooked me. Was in one of the houses that we passed, and he like really hit the front door. That was like, it's like a screen front door, or a glass screen front door, I guess, storm door. And he really hit it, made it really loud. He was super loud barking, and so definitely was a lot, and it really spooked him, and he got to the point where he didn't even take food. So I kind of just scooped him up, went past it. You know, he was way over threshold, tried to get him out of there, and we ended on a good note, so that's good. But we definitely need to work on barking dogs. Let's see, anything else? Oh, he met the neighbor. He was a little shy, so he's still a little shy with meeting new people. Let's see, what else? And we did another little training session of sit, down, spin, turn, place, look, and brushing, and nail trim with the trimmer off, because when we did the Dremel earlier, that was Tuesday, my husband helped me use some really high value treats, and I was trying to actually trim his nails, and so that wasn't, you know, that's never when you want to train that. And I got like 2 nails done with the Dremel, and he just didn't like it. Luckily, I had a pair of clippers, and the breeder's been using clippers on his nails, so he was a lot more accepting of that, so I was able to trim all of his nails with the clippers, no problem. But I definitely like Dremels. They sand off smoother instead of the clippers, and you just can get a better length on them, and they're not as scratchy, because they've been really scratchy, and has put some pretty good scratches on me with his nails. So on Sunday I did literally a training session, and I didn't film it, which I should have. I will do it again next week and film it for you guys. But really all I did is kind of pretend, go into the motion of actually doing it, and treat. So it was all by myself. You know, I didn't have my husband there, so I was trimming, or pretending to trim. I didn't actually get to trim anything. So so just getting him used to the motion and the tool with it off. So yes, that's just one of the things you gotta do. Alright, so that is it for this week. I think, yeah, I don't think I'm going to go too much into goals or socializations, because this video is already like 30 minutes long, and once I throw clips in there, it's probably going to be a little bit longer. So if you finished this video, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up so I know you do. Have any questions, comments, suggestions, leave it in the comments below. Again, I'm open to any kind of discussions, but I don't like or will encourage any kind of slamming behavior. So if you're not willing to be educated or to educate, don't comment. We're not here for hate, but we are here for good discussions of all kinds. So leave a comment down below, hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe if you are ready to watch more of my videos if you have not already, and I will see you next time. Bye!